We believe in him, obviously, as the 12th Imam, as the one who is in occultation, alive among us, and he is God's representative on earth. Now, one might say, well, this is an unusual concept, considering that, yes, there is the Mahdi concept, but how is it that he has been alive for 1200 plus years? This is very unusual compared to other religions. And the Ja'fari school of thought particularly adheres to this notion, and hence they are known as the Ithna Ashari, the believers in the 12 Imams, is clear because the Messenger of Allah assigned that by the command of Allah. And this is not a secret, even in other schools of thought, that the Prophet said, after me there will be 12 Khalifas over you, and it is in continuity with that. So Allah assigned 12 reflections of the Holy Prophet, the Imams, and each one, within their period of time, explained what the Messenger taught us. So the Imams, the job of the Imams is to protect the city of knowledge. Hence the famous hadith of the Prophet, where he says, "Ana madinatul ilm wa aliyun babuha." I am the city of knowledge, and Ali is its gate. That gate is the protector, the one who guides, and the one who directs people as to how to extract from the city of knowledge. So hence Imamat is a continuation of the Prophet, though there is no nubuwwah after that. Meaning, now, when our 12th Imam came into play, came into this world, and as an Imam, you find that the Abbasid Caliphate was very, very staunchly afraid of this Mahdi, because they knew, historically the Prophet said, that my grandson who shall have my name, because Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, as you know, his name is Muhammad, also Ibn al-Hasan. So you find that he will establish justice, and he will break the shackles of dictators and oppressors. So the Abbasid Caliphate was afraid of that, because they knew that the Mahdi will straighten them out from their evils. And therefore they wanted to beat him to the punch, to kill him. And hence you find that the Imam went into hiding at a young age, at the age of, at a very young age, 5, and he went into occultation. And there was a minor occultation, and then there was a major occultation. And that occultation was Allah's decree. Now someone may ask, why is the Imam under occultation under these long periods of time? Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keeps His representative on earth, even if you can't see them. Just like Shaitan, Iblis, is the antithesis of good upon us, and Allah warns us of his evil machineries and evil thoughts, but we can't see him. By the same token, Allah is balanced, is just, that there's always a Khalifa on earth. Inni ja'ilun fil ardi Khalifa. And that's really the Mahdi according to our perceptions.
You talked about his occultation, how he went into hiding. When did the minor occultation occur, and when did the major occultation occur?
Well, he was at the age of 5, 255 AH, the occultation. And then you find that roughly 60, 70 years later, there was the major occultation that took place. And the minor occultation was that he was in communication with 4 representatives on earth, which he appointed. 2 of them were actually father and son, and there were just 4 people who were the direct representatives of the Imam, who essentially became the means by which the people would communicate with the Imam. That was the minor occultation. And then the major one, there were no representatives thereafter. And the major occultation has taken place since then, so roughly, if you want to do the math, it would be roughly 1200 years of major occultation. So the occultation, of course, has principles and meaning behind it, but the Imam was showing us how to be independent in ijtihad, and that we as a group of believers, and even in Surah Al-Bara'at, Allah mentions that a few of you should go and learn and study the law and come back and guide others. This is a commandment in the Quran. And this is really where the true principles of ijtihad start to take formation, and it flowers over time. So this is why we have our maraji, for example, who represent the leadership in the levels of ijtihad. And that became possible after the occultation. And the Imam, our Imam, present Imam, showed them the guidelines, the basic guidelines. And ijtihad, of course, is the process of learning and studying the law from the Quran and from the Prophet's Sunnah, and of course the reflection of Ahlul Bayt as to what did the Ahlul Bayt say regarding what the Prophet said, regarding what the Quran says.